listing. So now it's more important than ever to turn over your listings as fast as possible. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. What are some things you can do in the MLS that can help your properties turn over fast or faster? I shouldn't say fast, faster. One, with your photos. So on your photos, right? You have your photo arrangement. So you want the order of the photos, right? That you have to put into the MLS, and you have the front of the house and this and that, right? And it all goes in there. So, but did you know that you could designate which photo you want to appear first when the listing propagates out, right? Okay. So what photo are you using for your marketing? Because if it's the front of the house, you're missing out, all right? The photo you should be using for your marketing is that one photo that says what value this house brings to you. Is it the water? Is it the pool? Is it the patio? Is it the landscaping? Is it, is it the decor? Is it the design? Is it whatever it is, that one thing that makes that house, that's the selling point. That's the photo that should be your first marketing photo. Okay. There's no need to put them in like numerical order, I call it, right? Where you have the front and then you do the inside and then you do the back and then you do, the living room and then the bathroom and then the kitchen, right? Don't do that. Okay. That's not how, take all the photos that are the best photos of the house. Now, be careful. That don't mean pictures of the sunset. Okay. Well, we all do that. I mean, of the property, right? Take the photos that sell the property the most and put them up front, because millennials don't have the patience to go through 30 photos. Right, Rick?
Huh?
So millennials don't have patience to go through 30 photos. They'll look at 3, 4, or 5, and if that, okay, and they're going to make a decision whether or not that's the property they want to look at, or they're going to move on. So if you are boring them to death with the photos, then they're going to move on from you. Okay, that's number one. Number two about the photos. Depending on your price point, if your property is 1.3 mil or above, change them every 30 days. Not change the photos, change the order. Rotate the order of the photos every 30 days, because people will go through that list and they will see that, and then they'll say, oh, that's different. That caught my attention. And when they're looking online, they're going to look at all these houses, right? It's all houses. And then all of a sudden there's this gorgeous pool, or this, there's a boat, maybe it's the back of the house where you see the boat and the dock and the landscape, right? So that's what you want to capture their attention in that way. If you look at really high-end marketing of luxury properties, it's not about the front of the house, unless it's an architectural feature, right? They're always looking at the lifestyle of the house. So that's number two. Rotate them every 30 days. Number three, okay, your description. Just as you've done with the photos, move it around every 30 days. Why?
Different words or keywords maybe come up when people search too.
That could be. And I'm not talking about changing the whole description. I'm just talking about, tweaking it a little bit here and there, maybe move a sentence around. The other thing is when you make a text change in your what?
It brings it to the hot sheet.
Boom. Brings it to the hot sheet. Right there. Okay. Without ever having to do a price change. So it's going to bring it back up. Okay, on the search. Good deal. I never. I'm gonna do it every day.
That's the one category I
I order all of them.
never.
Good. Keep that one. All right, so change it every 30 days, move it around, get it on the hot sheet, change your photos. Change your order of your photos. And then number 4, okay, when it comes to price. I'm sorry. So if your price point is under 1.3 million, change the order of your photos every 2 weeks. All right, so if it's under, every 2 weeks, I'm sorry. Yeah, the lower the price, the more often you want to change it. Why? Yes, Pam.
I was gonna have a question.
Yes.
Okay, number 2, are you talking about changing the primary, or are you talking about changing the first set of?
Yeah.
Because I thought you meant, was
Oh,
that 1 or 2? Did you answer? 1?
I think both.
Primary.
Yeah, whole change.
Yeah, I'm changing the whole order.
You're changing the whole.
Switch up your
Yes.
primary.
Changing the primary and changing the whole order. Right? So you might ask your photographer, if you're using a photographer, maybe to get 2 or 3 photos of the same thing from different angles. Right? So that I can rotate them around. If you can do that. Right? When you post photos in the area, you do want to shoot for like 20, 25, because the more photos you have in there, the more it'll pull it up to on realtor.com, right? So the houses that have more photos get more features, right? So price, and I've mentioned this before. Even numbers. If you have a house, I see, don't price a house at $799, $999. Why?
Search results.
Search results, right? Because when people are searching online, they don't look at price range $799, $999. They look from 7 or 650 to 800,000, or they're looking from 750 to $1 million, right? They're not using odd numbers. And when your page comes up on a search, $799, $999 is 3 pages behind all the 800,000 ones, right? Even it out. If you have a listing and you have it at 1,350,999, just make it 1,350,000, or just make it 1,000,003 or 1,000,004. I'd rather you do that, because you're going to get more exposure that way, and you have a better shot at being on the first page in that price range search, right? Because people search in quadrants. They're going to typically quadrants of quarters. So if they're looking for $1 million house, they're going to look, 750 to $1 million and $1 million to $1,250,000, right? That's basically what they're going to do. They might go 1.5, but I want to be on the top page of that result. Keep the numbers even. You're not tricking anyone anymore, right? It's not Sears. We're not Sears Roebuck. Kmart's out of business. It's over. Okay. There's no distinction there. Okay. So use only even numbers. And then the other thing is, you have to be aware on properties that are 1.3 mil and up. You want to look for a price change every 6 to 8 weeks right now. And if it's under, it's every 30 days. And I would talk to my people up front about that. Right? Every 30 days, if it's under 1.3, and if it's over 1.3, about every 2 months. Look at it at a change, right? So that this way, you're giving yourself the best shot. Next week. So tomorrow, you'll notice I got some more stuff in here, right? We have a green screen, we got some lights and stuff like that. If you're doing the YouTube thing, look forward to seeing you. But we're going to be working on how to position your channel and use it to create. This is a great time to do it, because I've done some research and there's a lot of opportunity out there if you're interested in doing the YouTube thing. Okay. Next week at next week's meeting, we're going to talk about, and this is a big one. And I'm actually going to use what Richard brought up, is customer service at Marathon. Why do you think it is the way it is? And I've never even been there, and I can tell you why.
We grabbed onto COVID as an excuse. I know that. It's like,
Yeah.
there's never letting go.
Everyone can.
Yeah. We've done it in our office with the rentals. So
That's true.
we're not to go out inside anymore.
I will guarantee you that every person in there okay, is sitting there every day and saying, why the hell am I here? What am I doing here? Why? Why am I doing this? Why do 80% of people hate the job?
80% of the jobs are not fun.
What?
80% of the jobs are not fun.
I don't know. I know a lot of happy garbage men. To be honest with you, right? I know actually my cousin's in the garbage business. I know a lot of happy garbage men. I know a lot of happy engineers. But why do you think 80% of people hate their job?
They do it just for the money.
They do it for the money. They don't know why. They don't have a why. They don't love what they do. And don't get me wrong, you don't need to love what you do to have fun and enjoy, or to enjoy your job. That's actually somewhat of a myth. You know, that do what you love thing. That, there's a lot of broke artists in New Mexico. I tell you, yeah, okay. I did what I loved, now I'm dying poor, you know, okay. So, you know, it's you have to know your why, and you got to keep it in front of you. And the people over there don't know why they're there, and that's the problem. Because they've lost their focus of where they are. They're doing it for the job, they're doing it for the money, and there's no other incentive. I love what I do, so I get excited about it, sometimes a little overexcited, right? So, but you know, if it's, you know, think about your why. Why are you doing what you're doing? And do you have a why? Do I have a why? And focus on that and make it a great day, because you are great. I stole that from a guy named Jim Reese on YouTube.
That's a nice positive ending.
Yes. Thank you.